Bitcoin was born in 2009, the year of the rat. It came into existence during the dead of winter, the coldest time of the year. From the perspective of Eastern metaphysics, Bitcoin's birth code is a mass of frozen water, extremely cold, condensed, and bottomless. As a manifestation of freezing winter water, Bitcoin's destiny craves the energy of wood and fire to break the ice. However, 2026 is the year of the fire horse, a red horse event that occurs only once every 60 years. When this ferocious fire energy directly collides with the freezing waters within Bitcoin's destiny, it triggers the most violent metaphysical conflict, the clash of fire and water. Originally, 2026 should have been the year Bitcoin's energy fully exploded, reaching a state of divine faith. However, because of this lethal confrontation, the year will be an extreme ordeal of ice and fire. If we look at Bitcoin's actual historical chart, many wonder why it remained obscure for its first 10 years. From its birth in 2009 until 2018, Bitcoin was moving through its first major, great cycle. During that time, it was trapped water, its energy locked beneath a thick layer of polar ice. Unseen and untrusted, it could only lie dormant in silence. The turning point arrived in 2019. Bitcoin officially entered a 10-year ascending cycle dominated by wood and fire energy. From that year onward, the ice was shattered. Bitcoin left its cold palace behind and entered a peak prosperity cycle. The surge you see on the chart starting from that point is no coincidence. It is the inevitable rhythm of a fundamental energy shift. The deep logic here is crucial. While the 10-year great cycle is fueled by fire, the individual years are now bringing fire as well. 2024 was a wood year, and 2025 is a wood fire year. What are these years? They are the fuel. Within this 10-year fire cycle, 2024 and 2025 are like throwing dry logs onto a roaring bonfire. This is why you see Bitcoin's price floor continuously rising and the market heat intensifying. In metaphysics, we call this wood-generating fire, an unstoppable momentum. However, we must watch a very specific phenomenon in 2026. This year does not just bring extreme fire energy. It directly slams into the deep, frozen water energy of Bitcoin's original destiny. In metaphysics, this is known as the agitation of fire and water. Under normal circumstances, a moderate fire is needed to break the ice, which is a great long-term benefit for Bitcoin. But the fire of 2026 is too intense. When it meets the vast water energy within Bitcoin, it will inevitably trigger a world-shaking energy reshuffle. This energetic tug-of-war reflects on the price chart as extreme volatility. As fire attempts to break upward and water tries to root downward, market sentiment will perform 180-degree U-turns in incredibly short periods. This is no longer just a game of capital. It is a pressure cooker effect. When the external heat is too fierce and the internal pressure is at its limit, the system must spontaneously vent and release through a violent outlet. Mark your calendars for June 10th through July 6th, 2026. This is the extreme point of energy collision for the entire year. During this window, the fire energy of heaven and earth reaches its absolute peak, and this extreme heat will directly strike Bitcoin's hidden cold water. In metaphysical logic, extreme heat leads to loss. Total fullness leads to overflow. At this junction, Bitcoin has a very high probability of experiencing a cliff-like deep energy retracement. This is far from a common dip. It is an inevitable collapse caused by energy overload. At this specific moment, you will experience a powerful thermal shock. The previously obsessive fire energy will be suddenly suppressed by an abrupt surge of cold water. This decline is not the end of the market cycle. but rather a manifestation of the law that extreme fire inevitably agitates the water. This violent turbulence will swiftly strip away the superficial heat of the market. It will force the price through a rapid and profound process of bottom seeking and market clearance. Think of it as a system-level pressure release. This volatility exists to purge the overloaded and unstable energies within the market, much like how the air becomes crisp and clear after a massive thunderstorm. This deep adjustment allows the water and fire within Bitcoin to reach a new equilibrium. It clears the path for a much steadier ascent later on. After surviving the baptism of fire and water in the summer of 2026, please pay close attention to October. If the Great Clash in June was a battle between torrential rain and raging flames, then the earth energy of October is the moment when the heavy grounding earth emerges to clear the debris. It is the time to restore order and re-establish stability. In metaphysics, we call this the moment where thick earth buries the gold and the dust finally settles. At this point, Bitcoin will finally bid farewell to turbulence and enter an extremely solid bottoming phase. The era of this powerful wood-fire cycle is far from over. After the trials of 2026, Bitcoin still has 2 golden years of dividends remaining. From 2027 to 2028, this energy will shift from explosive to nurturing. This is the true season of value accumulation and genuine growth. With a newfound purity following its purification, the price will complete its final and most stable climb to its peak during this stage. It is not until 2029 that this magnificent cycle will officially conclude. As for what lies beyond, Bitcoin will enter an entirely different energetic dimension. But that is a story for another time. We deconstruct the Genesis code of Bitcoin to align ourselves with the momentum of universal laws. Yet, for each of us as individuals, the specific month, day, and hour of your birth are what truly draft your unique universal coordinate map. Through these coordinates, we can see the rhythm of your lifelong fortune and your critical turning points. We can illuminate the sides of yourself that you may have never fully understood. Most importantly, it answers one core question. How should your life be utilized so that you no longer live in conflict with your own destiny? Only by identifying your personal cycle can you make the most aligned choices at the right time. This allows you to move through life with absolute composure. If you wish to look deeper and explore your own personal energy map and fortune cycle, I have placed the access to the analysis in the pinned comment below.